Hunters. Brody and I here today spending our Easter Sunday together on one of the beaches along Lake Erie, and we're having a really good day today. So far, we've got a pretty good bag, a lot of mix of aquas, whites, greens, and Brody even found a red.
Well, this is not red, but there's
a nice
red
piece.
Yeah, I just found this.
Our noses are running because it's so windy out here, but it's actually a beautiful day today.
Okay.
Close to 60.
Okay, folks, today we are going to show you the huge haul that we found on Easter Sunday. This is by far mine and Brody's biggest load of beach glass that we've ever found, and some of the best pieces that we've ever found in one day. So we thought we'd go through some of them. We are very new at beach glass hunting. We've been doing it for maybe a year or two because we had been boating on Lake Erie. And one of our favorite things to do is to anchor ourselves near a couple of the different beaches locally, and we hop off and do some beach glass hunting. So we kind of got into this within the last couple summers, and with everyone being quarantined right now, we thought it'd be a fun activity for him and I to do since we're social distancing from everybody, and the beaches are really empty right now. Every time we've gone, we're pretty much the only ones there, which is nice. So we've been having a great time collecting more pieces, and our collection is getting much bigger. And honestly, these are, like I said, some of the best pieces that we found. But being so new to this, I think one of the biggest things that I love about beach glass hunting, I don't know about you, Brody, but I love thinking about the history of where these pieces of glass came from, like what type of bottles or dishes or whatever they were at one point, and how old they might be, how long they've been tumbling in the water amongst the rocks. Some of you that have been beach glass hunting for much longer than us probably have a lot more information and about the history of some of these pieces, and you can tell what they are by the shape, or sometimes they have little writing or ridges on them. I've been watching a lot of videos of other beach glassers, and I've been learning a lot. So anytime you're watching one of our videos and you might be able to answer one of our questions or see a piece that you might think is familiar, we'd love for you to comment below and give us the history that you might be aware of, or even ask us a question and we can try to answer it. So anyways, we'll get started here. This is exciting to us because we found a ton of white, a ton of aqua, a ton of green, and even some blues and pinks, like pinky lavender purples. For us, we typically find a ton of brown, and that seems to be more prevalent in our beaches, but we did find a lot of aquas today, which are of course our favorite. And so we'll start here with some of our bigger pieces. Some of the biggest pieces we found were today too. This one here looks like it might be some sort of either the bottom or the lip of a bottle or a vase or something. It has kind of a cool ridge to it. I don't know if you can see that. There was another piece here. Oh, I think it's this one, Brody, that has some writing on it. I can't quite make out exactly what it says. Can you see that, Brody?
Well, I don't know if it's going to be a full word.
It's definitely cut off.
Is like an E, an R, an E, and maybe a D. I don't know.
Yeah, so maybe we can try to figure out what that might have come from. But that was kind of a cool piece. We like when there's some sort of writing on it or lines. You can kind of see from the design of the bottle. I don't know if there's any other. We had a lot of pieces that had like little ridges on them. They look like maybe they're like the lip of a bottle that maybe a cap screwed onto or something. I'm not sure. It's kind of interesting. It's rounded, kind of like it would be at the top of a bottle. So that was kind of a cool find. But there's a lot of aqua here, which of course is our favorite. We started here with some of the lighter aquas, and we kind of moved into the darker aquas. Any cool pieces we can find here?
This one right here.
Yeah, some of the darker pieces. This is a really beautiful aqua that we found today. This is darker than most of the pieces we usually find. We usually find some of the lighter ones, but this one we thought was really pretty. We actually found a couple small pieces too that were very similar in color. So those were really pretty. This one I like because it's just, I love the shape of it. It looks like a perfect little button. There's that. A lot of littles. I know that a lot of the pieces we find are very tiny. We don't pass up them no matter the size, so we kind of grab whatever we see. But there's a lot of little pieces. Here's another cool piece that's got the little ridges and like a little lip on it, like it might have been from the top of a bottle or something. So that one was kind of interesting. So those are some of the aquas that we found. Nice array of colors that we don't usually see. One of my favorite pieces from Easter Sunday was this one. I had never seen a piece of beach glass that had what looked to be chicken wire on the inside of the glass embedded in there. And I did do a little research. I was watching some other videos of other beach glassers, and this is safety glass, which I'd never heard of before. And I just happened to find a piece on a fluke and looked it up. This is what you'd see in schools or maybe fire or police stations, institutions that might have safety glass on their doors or their windows. So that's where that came from. I thought that was pretty neat. Yes, this is... I've never found a piece of gray, and this is a nice big piece that we found. It's maybe not as tumbled as most people would like. It's not sharp by any means. It's still smooth. I know several people that I've been watching their videos, they like the pieces that are really frosted because I think that means it's been in the water longer and tumbled longer, so it's an older piece. I don't know how old this is. It does have some frost on it. But it's a nice big piece of gray. And I did hear that the gray pieces could possibly be sourced from like a 1950s black and white television. I don't know if that's where this one came from, but I'd be interested to know. I thought that was really cool about that piece. So there's that. And then these pieces, I don't know whether people call them pink or purple or lavender or whatever, but boy, we found a lot of nice pieces like this today, and that's pretty rare for us to find. So we found a couple. This one is cool because it has, again, like a little lip on it, like it was maybe the bottom of a bottle or something. So we're not sure where that came from, but we love those pinky ones. Those are exciting for us to find. And the cobalt, we always find little pieces of cobalt, don't we, Brody?
Yeah.
They're always tiny, but we do grab them because they're so pretty. We just love the colors on those. Some of these greens, even these, they're almost like a grayish green. They're so pretty. Or a grayish, almost like a greenish blue. Almost like a teal. So we found a couple of those. This one's a nice, decent sized piece for us. That's pretty. The greens too, they're like the emerald greens. We always find the little ones, don't we, Brody?
Yeah.
Those are really tiny. And going into some of the other greens, like the kind of, I would call them mint green. These are really pretty pieces that we found. And this one was not translucent, so I almost thought it wasn't beach glass, but then I was watching someone else's video and they called it milk glass. So I'm not sure if that's what this indeed is, but it looks like it could be. It's kind of like a creamy mint green piece of glass, which I thought was pretty cool. So, and here's another one that's kind of dark. That one, I wouldn't even know. I think that's kind of a green. I don't think it's quite gray, but it's got kind of a green tint to it. One of my best finds today, though, which I didn't even think was something that a beach glasser would find, I just happened to spot it, was this marble. And again, I've been watching a lot of other videos on YouTube, and I see a lot of other glass hunters that find marbles. And I was so excited because I thought this was such a rare find. This one's nice and frosted, so I think it's been in the water for quite some time. But that's definitely a nice little treasure that we found today. But Brody has been anxiously awaiting to show you his favorite piece from the day, a piece of red. And we've never had any luck finding red. It's such a rare find for us. And it was one other time we were with a friend and they found a little piece of red, but I think we lost it. Isn't that terrible? I don't know what happened to it. But this piece, as tiny as it is, it's one of our favorites from today because, again, red is so rare for us to find. So Brody's really proud of that one. He's like my little eagle eye. He finds a lot of the cool pieces. So, and then going into some pottery, we do have a couple pieces like this in our collection. We were excited to find another one like this. And then we found some other pieces that look like this might have been like a dish or something. It's nice and smooth. Looks like it was a dish or maybe a teacup or something. And this one has just a little tiny bit of like a sage green on it, like it was maybe part of a dish too. And then these are two little teeny pieces that we found, but I thought they were cute. This one's got like a little bit of green on it, and then that one's got a little bit of yellow. But they're just little pottery pieces. Some of these I collected. This is a bigger one that's got nice ridges on it. It was probably some sort of maybe an edge of a plate or maybe the outside of a bowl or something. Some of these, I'm not even sure if they're pottery, to be honest with you. They feel like they are, but they don't have any type of design on them. But we still kind of grab them just because they're cool. So, and you know what's fun to me too? I don't know if you've noticed, Brody, but a lot of the pieces that we find are almost like perfect triangles. Let me see if I can find one. Well, this one was kind of cool. It's nice and thick, and it's almost a perfect triangle. It's a nice thick piece.
I'm trying to find some.
Yeah. Been finding a lot of like almost perfect triangles, which
Right
seems
here.
so strange. Oh, there's one. Yeah, I knew we had a green one. There's one. It's almost, again, like a little perfect triangle. Here's a blue one. It's not quite a perfect triangle, but it's close. But those seem cool to me because a lot of them are very odd-shaped pieces. And when we find ones that
Oh,
they
there's
almost
one
look like
brown one.
Got a brown one? Let me see.
Very small. It's like a tall kind of.
Put it on your palm so you can see it better, because
Yeah.
sometimes when you hold it with your fingers, if it's real tiny, you can't really see. Yep, there's a cute little brown piece. So this was our haul from Easter Sunday. We were really excited about it. Again, this is the biggest haul we've ever had. In fact, we came home and weighed the bag. We were guessing in the car. I guessed 3 pounds. Brody guessed 5. It didn't register when we just put it on our home scale, but I weighed myself, which I won't tell you how much I weigh. But I then weighed myself with the bag, and it was about 1 pound. So this was a really nice haul. We probably spent a good 3 hours at the beach today because it was beautiful out. It was 60 degrees. The sun was shining. It wasn't, it was a little windy, but it felt so nice. We actually took our jackets off at one point because it was so nice and warm. So we really enjoyed it. We didn't want to leave because we just kept finding more and more cool pieces. So we wanted to share this with you. And again, if you have any information on any of the pieces that we showed you or have any comments, because again, we're very new to this and we're very interested in the history of some of these pieces of where they're originated from. So if you have any comments, please comment below. We'd love for you to watch and like our video. And we'll be posting more. So please subscribe to our channel, Buffalo Beach Glass. Bye, everybody.